The opinions expressed here are those of the students and do not necessarily reflect the positions of Tyler Junior College.
Coming up on the Drumbeat, a look at Loteria Night that was hosted by HSO, then the James Webb Telescope event that was held by TJC, later a look at a local haunted house. The Drumbeat starts right now.
Broadcasting live from Studio 1108 in Jenkins Hall on the campus of Tyler Junior College, this is the Drumbeat, bringing you the latest from students like us.
Welcome to the Drumbeat. I'm Santiago Nunez. A women's rally was held at Bergfield Park on October 8th. People gathered to express grievances against the overturning of Roe v. Wade and the current Texas abortion laws. They held signs and flags along Broadway in protest. HSO hosted their annual Loteria Night on October 11th in honor of Hispanic Heritage Month. Tables were set up outside of the Wise Performing Arts Building and refreshments were given out as students from across campus celebrated Hispanic culture and also competed for gift cards.
It's a beautiful month wherever we can celebrate who we are, the struggles that our people have gone through, and wherever we really get to show that we are an important and integral part of American culture and history. Por la cultura. It's for the culture.
TJC recently held an event regarding the James Webb Space Telescope. Lee Myers gives us a closer look.
TJC hosted guest speaker Dr. Scott Acton, who worked on the James Webb Space Telescope. Acton held 2 lectures and was present at that evening's star party at 7, where pictures taken by the James Webb Telescope were on display in the planetarium. Attendees could view Jupiter and Saturn through telescopes set up outside.
The realization that even just a pinpoint, hold the head of a pin at an arm's distance, that's the amount of sky we're looking at, that there are more galaxies in that little area than you can count. And each of those galaxies has hundreds of billions of stars in them. Just blows me away. There are literally probably close to 1 trillion galaxies that are in the visible universe, and each of those galaxies has hundreds of billions of stars. And a fraction of those stars probably has rocky planets in the habitable zone, although we don't know for sure. And so just the scope of creation, the just completely surprised me when I realized that the galaxies were so abundant. In my mind, now granted I was very tired at the time, but I pictured the galaxies singing, not in any kind of a voice or words, the language we can understand, but the emotion, it was definitely a human emotion, and that is joy. So I pictured the universe expressing joy that after all this time, after all these millennia, humankind can finally see these galaxies, and sort of like a child taking its first step.
The Student Life Organization held events for World Mental Health Day on October 10th. Students made their way to the Apache rooms to take advantage of the meditation and stretching clinics, and to learn more about techniques to overall improve their mental health and decrease stress. As the leaves change colors and the temperature drops, Halloween approaches TJC. October provides students with fall activities around the area, including local haunted houses. Abigail Smith and Garrett Snyder give us a closer look.
The World of Chaos Haunted House opened its doors for business September 30th.
Stay up in your bubble. We might disappear and we're right back at you. There's always a scare around every corner to make sure you have gotten the scare, the adrenaline rush.
The haunted house will be open Friday through Saturday until September, and they encourage TJC students to come.
Just the thrill. I love scary movies. I just love to have fun and get scared. So
we're blackout, where we turn off all the lights, give you 1 6-inch glow stick. You walk through. In our 3D haunt, we give you a black light, little bitty flashlight. Put your glasses on.
World of Chaos is located at 816 East Oakwood Street.
Offer the college discounts, $2 off. That's $18. Bring your friends and have a thrill of a lifetime.
Coming up after the break, an interview with Hyrum Adams, a TJC student who is the president of an unofficial Dungeons & Dragons club.
You told me not to talk to strangers. You told me not to cross the street without looking both ways.
You told me not to touch the stove.
You told me not to do drugs.
You told me not to drink and drive.
You gave me so many messages about how to stay safe. Why didn't you keep me safe by properly storing your gun?
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right? Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid
knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Every day,
Millions of people are connecting
and even though we're overcoming obstacles,
Watching each other's backs.
and banding together.
we should still make an
We
effort
should still make an
to
effort.
get to know each other.
on a deeper level.
Father,
Cosplayer,
Mentor.
actor.
it's time we take a step forward
It's time we take a step forward. Come together,
and discover
how accepting our differences
can make us
stronger.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? Now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Welcome back to the DrumBeat. I'm here with Hyrum Adams, the president of an unofficial Dungeons & Dragons club. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
How long have you been interested in Dungeons & Dragons?
Well, I started playing back in 7th grade. A friend had got a starter set, and we kind of just got into it, you know?
So it was more of a friend thing that you just got into, not necessarily something that was, sought after on your own.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what made you decide to start up a club?
Well, I was looking for pretty much a group to play Dungeons and Dragons with, and kind of just realized that there's so many people here that are already so interested in it. So that was exciting.
What does the Dungeons and Dragons Club offer?
So we have a Discord server where we all meet, and we allow people that are interested in Dungeons and Dragons, even if they don't play it, to meet and talk about Dungeons and Dragons and really just anything they want to, and get together to form little groups that can meet up from there.
So it's more of a hub for Dungeons and Dragons fans, not necessarily one big group that plays it all at once.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it accommodates for both online and in-person meetups that anyone would want to do.
Exactly. Yeah, I actually have the server set up to be available for online play as well.
What is your role as the president of the Dungeons and Dragons Club?
Well, I run the Discord server, as I mentioned, and I also am the dungeon master of one of the groups in it, and yeah.
Would you say that you have fun being a dungeon master?
Oh, absolutely! It's lots of fun. You get to meet the people you're playing. You get to know the people you're playing with, and really make the game, adjust it for them.
What is one thing you would like interested people to know before going into it?
Well, you don't have to be committed to a weekly, a weekly thing, or you don't have to be committed to playing instantly. All you need to have is really an interest in Dungeons and Dragons in general.
So it doesn't take this massive time commitment or money invested into the game. It's just more of an interest, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, well, you can just stay there and make friends as well.
Yep, exactly.
Well, it was a lovely talk with you today, and it was a pleasure having you on.
Thank you.
When we come back, an interview about the upcoming homecoming events with Juan, the student life specialist.
I am what hunger looks like in America.
I am an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for the last day of school.
Because this may be the last time I'll have lunch. Till September.
I am a single father of two who works 3 part-time jobs, and that's still not enough to put food on the table. I am a 16-year-old boy who just got my first job to help feed my little sisters. I was created by artificial intelligence from faces of the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew they were hungry.
Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. My daughter Brooklyn was also a motivation for me to go back to school.
It's been so amazing to be able to give our child the life that we kind of pictured us having, even though we didn't really have that.
I've been in foster care my whole life.
He's so strong to just be able to like leave that all behind and still be able to take care of his daughter and be a good husband.
Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone.
We've been through so much in our life, and he never used that as an excuse, but as motivation to do better.
I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back to the DrumBeat. Here with me is Juan Lesser, the Student Life Specialist. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm also doing great.
Sweet.
Tell us about this year's homecoming events and the theme.
So for this year's theme is Greatest Show on Turf. So as everyone knows, it's the 75th anniversary for the Band and Bells. So we decided to make it this circus theme that is basically like, because whenever it's halftime at the football games, you know, they Band and Bells give the greatest show on turf. So that's how we came up with the theme. Yeah.
What about the events?
The events. So we have so the first event that we'll have is the DrumBeat opening ceremony, which is one of our longest traditions. We start beating the drum at noon on Monday, and we will not stop beating the drum until Saturday at kickoff. And so that means all day, every day, even at nighttime, at like 1 a.m., you'll like, if you walk by Rogers, you'll hear someone just beating the drum. Yeah, so that's the first one. Second one is going to be Campus Capers, where there's it's basically our talent show to show off our talent at TJC. Top prize is $500 for the winner, and we give prizes to second and third place. And then Wednesday, we will have the homecoming dance and late night breakfast. So just think eating pancakes at 1 in the morning. It's pretty good. And then Thursday is kind of the biggest day. We have the homecoming parade and the homecoming block party, and then pep rally right after that. Yeah, and then Friday we have the employee kickball tournament. So like go watch your professors, go against each other in kickball, and they'll raise a trophy at the very end. And then Saturday it's the football game. Yeah. That's all the events. Yeah.
Busy week.
Yeah. Busy week. Yeah.
You know, you mentioned it earlier, but what are your thoughts on the beating of the drum tradition that has been going on for so long?
So whenever I was a student here, because I'm a recent alumni, basically I did it with my organization, the Hispanic Student Organization, as a student, and it was really good because we all set an alarm at 2 a.m. because we were scheduled to beat it from 2 to 9 in the morning. And so we got there at 2 a.m. We were all like dressed up because it was also a little rainy that nighttime. And we were just there. We showed up. I was the first one there, and everybody showed up a little late, but I mean, it wasn't crazy. But no, we had a blast. Brought a speaker out, jammed out some music while we were beating the drum. No, it's a good social bonding, and it's kind of Like, you know, you don't hear that, yeah, I'm going to go hang out with my friends at 2 a.m. to beat a drum. Like, it sounds kind of weird, but no, it was a lot of fun.
So did everyone stay there from 2 to 9 and everyone just take turns?
So I stayed there from 2 to 9 because I didn't have anything going on that Friday. And basically, we had a lot of people that were alternating the entire time. But I stayed there, me and like 2 other people stayed there for the entire time. Yeah.
How important would you say that school spirit is?
I would say it's really important because, you know, just, you know, showing your Apache Nation colors, because I have friends that they went from TJC and now they're at, you know, Texas State or like, you know, UNT, and they said they really enjoyed the involvement that TJC gave over like the university level. So, and like also, you know, making friends and getting out there, getting involved, and, you know, supporting at football games, soccer games, volleyball games, tennis games. I think that's really important to show school spirit.
So going along with school spirit, what does homecoming mean to TJC?
Homecoming is, you know, it happens every year. And we just show, you know, spirit and bring people from that went here recent years, the alumni. I know a bunch of my friends are coming in from out of town to the homecoming block party to see what all that's about. We'll have a bunch of games there, and it will be circus themed. So yeah, I hope everybody comes out. Yeah.
So it's a big opportunity for both TJC alumni and current students to get together and celebrate being a part of TJC's history.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you yourself have any more fond memories involving homecoming?
I actually ran for Homecoming King back in 2019. I had a blast. I really got the gist of being involved because I, you know, team no sleep, right? And just like, you know, going out, beating the drum. I think I beat it like at least an hour at least every day. But no, it was a lot of fun. Sadly, I didn't win. I got second place. But no, I mean, it was great. It was great, you know, getting out there and getting our organization's name out there. Yeah.
I'd have to agree that, you know, sometimes it's not about winning. It's more about getting involved and just having fun, being part of something that's, you know, bigger than yourself.
Yeah, and I met a lot more people and got them to, you know, come to our club meetings, and yeah, probably made their, you know, college experience better by just meeting them during homecoming week.
Well, I had a lovely time in this conversation, and I have to say thank you for coming here today.
Awesome, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. When we come back on this week's episode of DrumBeat on the Street, I asked TJC students what they do when they are not at school or work.
You told me not to talk to strangers. You told me not to cross the street without looking both ways.
You told me not to touch the stove. You told me not to do drugs. You told me not to drink and drive.
You gave me so many messages about how to stay safe. Why didn't you keep me safe by properly storing your gun?
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Every day.
Millions of people are connected.
And even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together.
we should still make an effort
We should still make an
to
effort.
get to know each other.
On a deeper level.
Father,
Cosplayer,
Mentor.
actor.
it's time we take a step forward
It's time we take a step forward.
come together.
and discover
How accepting our differences
Can make us stronger.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? Now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Welcome back to DrumBeat. Here's one last story.
Good afternoon. My name is Santiago Nunez, and on this week's episode of DrumBeat on the Street, I will be asking TJC students what they do during their free time.
I like to listen to music. I listen to a lot of R&B. I have a lot of shows that I watch. Like, I'm a 90 Day Fiancé fan, and I do my homework, I guess, if I have any homework.
I'm a cheerleader, so most of the time I'm at practice, and I like to hang out with my friends. I'm a cheerleader, so if I'm not at practice, I'm hanging out with my friends or studying.
I play the bass. Bass is fun. I like my records. I like hanging out with Settlers of Catan. It's this board game, and what we'll do is we'll like go back to my dorm, and my buddy's got this cubicle. It's like this massive cube. I don't know where he found it. It's this huge cube, and we'll play Catan on this cube. We'll all just kind of like squat around it. We're playing Catan. It's really fun. It's like you build a civilization. It's kind of like Risk and Monopoly, but it's slightly less I'm going to kill you kind of a vibe, you know? It's a lot of fun.
I like to be a part of organizations and especially attend sporting events to support our Apaches. Because, I mean, that's why a lot of people are here, is to have that college experience.
RA, so I'm always in the dorms. And I would just be with my residents watching movies or studying.
Thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. Remember, you can always find the latest news at thedrumbeat.com and on our next broadcast on October 27th.